Hi YouTube family. My name is Elysia English.
And I'm Philip English.
Welcome back to our channel. Kind of. We haven't been here for 2 weeks and we have a lot of worried YouTube family members. So we thought we would pop on today, show you us in all of our glory right now. We actually about 2 weeks ago, just 2 weeks and a couple days ago, got hit really hard in our house with a bug.
Yeah.
We really don't go anywhere other than working from home and going to school and kind of grabbing groceries. And so over the past 2 years, we've managed to go completely free of any of us catching the bug that's going around. And it's been really nice to just stay home and be able to take all the precautions necessary for all of us to stay healthy.
Yeah.
We stayed home during March break to make sure that, you know, even though things were starting to open up in our area, that we were still going to continue to take precautions. And 3 days into going back to school after March break, our son Chase started to not feel well, which turned into Dayton not feeling well and Philip and I not feeling well. And our boys took it like a champ.
Yeah.
And they're both on the mend and feeling, I would say, 90% better.
Yeah.
But Philip and I, as you can hear, we're still lingering. We have very little energy whatsoever, but we're in good spirits and we're ready to kind of get back into the swing of things. We may not sound good, but our enthusiasm is behind all of that. We've been missing making our content for you guys and know we have a lot of really exciting projects that are on the go right now. And to be completely honest, we are bored of being sick.
Oh yeah, we're done.
And regardless of the slight lack of energy, we just want to get back at it.
It's the project that never ends. Late 1800s house that we purchased as an abandoned home. We bought this place sight unseen, and really we didn't even see what the upstairs looked like when we were moving in here. And so it was really exciting to be able to walk in on that first day and see really what was the upstairs like. Many of the rooms up here don't have any walls. So we have the original slat and plaster walls. This room needs so much work, but we're working on this special project for the boys and getting rid of that old floor. We're able to get that entire front hallway done over the past 2 days, and then today we tag teamed and tackled and got this room completely ready. So now we gotta get this mess cleaned up. We need to do a whole bunch of prep because this room needs walls. Should I just start taking off some of the slats?
Yeah, sure. Demolition.
Demolition.
What about the big bar? That's what I was gonna use.
Is the big bar?
Yeah.
Okay,
You can
yeah.
try that one. Try
Okay.
the little ones.
I don't even know where to, like how adhered is it? I'm not really that great with crowbar.
That's all you gotta do. Just what you just
And
did.
then we'll remove all the
Yeah, so you gotta work your
nails
way down
after.
there.
Our idea is to get all of these slats off on what is exposed. We have two end walls that don't really need any work aside from maybe a little bit of filler and kind of like make them look better. We don't want to destroy and remove all of the walls in here, especially the ones that are intact around that front window. We want to leave it if we can. So we're going to remove all of these and then re-drywall this room. It's going to be a mess, and removing plaster is terrible, but getting that last of it down to be able to piece in the drywall is going to make this room so much nicer in the end.
When you're lost and no one's there, and you wonder who even cares, oh, come back to your breath, don't drift away from me. I will come down to remind you of before. We can fly away from here. We can stay close, my dear. Swept up and away from all our fears. How are we supposed to know on our own? Together we can go slow.
I'm messy already.
Why don't you leave it all to me? I know how hard it all can be. I'm here to hold your hand through this. Whoa, I'll be beside you all alone. My love for you is so strong. We're right where we belong.
We are making great progress on getting all of these walls down. You can see we've removed all the slats from there behind the door, and then I was just working on this side. Philip is just getting all the baseboard stuff off the bottom here. And as you can see, we have a huge mess going on.
Oh my gosh.
And I have already cleaned up over half of the wood that we pulled down and taken out all of the tiles. So this is a really tiring job, but I can't wait for the actual room to be starting to come together.
Can fly away from here. We can stay close, my dear. Swept up in the way from all our fears. How are we supposed to know on our own? Together we can go slow. Why don't you leave it all to me? I know how hard it all can be. I'm here to hold your hand through this. Oh, oh. I'll be beside you all along. My love for you is so strong. We're right where we belong.
They painted over a big piece of tin foil. Things you find. I'm gonna get this taken off, these taken out because they're not gonna be in there when my idea comes to life in this closet. But I might as well keep this bar because there's nothing wrong with it. It looks like a new bar.
Together we can go slow.
Now that we have the walls and everything all ripped off and everything scraped, we have the task of removing all of the nails or smashing them in. Some of them are super bent, so it's really hard to even get some of them out, but we're working our way around the entire room. That way we can start hanging drywall. I picked up this 30-inch hood vent that's going to go above our stove, and I've already made some little dimensions on the wall here as to what height it's going to go at. But what I want to do is I don't want to just have this generic one hanging on the wall, so I'm going to try to build a custom shaker style, really farmhouse looking to match our herringbone hood vent that's going to go above this. Wish me luck.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow. And the old ways get washed out by the rain.
So right now I just have cut a few pieces that are going to be my base frame around the bottom of the hood vent. And I've tried to get a little bit of a front panel that will be angled up the front, made exactly how I've done the fronts of my cabinets here with the actual shaker style. So I'm just using these 1x4s that we ripped the little slats in. You can see on the side here, at the end I have to fill these with the wood filler like we did with the cabinets. So I'm going to take this apart now and glue it and clamp it. What I need to do now is have a few other pieces of shaker that are only as high as the edge here that will go across the middle here. So I would think I would need at least 2. I'm gonna find a way to attach it on here so that I can get this really nice angle that will go up towards the side wall.
There's a new day, and it will set you free. There's a new day to get you through your struggles. I will always think of you and me.
Okay, so now I need to test my piece to see if it's going to be the same level, if I'm going to make the edges, and look at that. I have to cut the length, but it fits perfectly.
Holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this. If you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit. There's a new day, it is waiting for us.
So the front part is clamped together right now. I have it all glued, and now what I'm gonna do is put the actual bracing on this here so that I can get that put on an upright. And then I need to make 2 triangle pieces for the sides. I have my top ledge on and my shaker on the front. I have this front shaker part removable right now, and I'm going to show you why in the end. Next, I'm going to work on these triangle pieces so I can get that front face frame on. Here is the update on the progress that I've made on the hood vent. So you can see I have the shaker sections at the top here, which match our cabinets. I have the little ledge that I wanted to create to give it to some dimension. The shaker front on this front part here that actually covers the vent. And then I've just kept the side smooth. I didn't want to add too much of the detail of the shaker style. And then I'm still missing, I need one more cut done to put this side on. So that's my next cut. And then I can sand it all up and put it right there.
This way?
Yeah. That way, and then I'll back up to the window.
Or if you can go in.
Oh, I can get in this way?
Yeah.
Oh, I could. Ooh, nice maneuver.
And then you go up. There's something else.
And we're gonna start this far left corner, right? Why is drywall so scary? Oh, wow. Okay, let me move the box. Good job.
Can you tell we don't drywall?
Yeah, right? Like all the drywallers of the world are watching us like,
Like,
what are
that's not how you carry that! Yes, it is. Today it is.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that.
The boys are gonna be so excited. We didn't tell them we were doing the wall, so they're at school today. So they're gonna be pretty excited to see some progress because the demolition is so much fun to demo, but it's even more fun when it starts going back up. Literally.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than demoing and then being like, what did we do? And then you gotta start from the bottom again. Sometimes when we're doing these renovations and we're walking around upstairs, you just remember in your head that we literally didn't know what the upstairs looked like when we bought this place and how we were so excited to just see what the upstairs was gonna look like. Like we knew that there was an extensive amount of work, but we really had no clue really how much work was gonna be involved in here and how everything was laid out or anything. We had a 1 minute and 13-second video of the house that we saw, and it was like the worst cell phone footage, quick like walkthrough ever. And
when we first were looking at this house on the listing, we were 2 provinces away. There was no way we could have.
it was
but
lockdown everywhere.
That was the issue.
And then we had to register to be able to get through the provinces to get here during the lockdown. So doing this huge move during such like trying times and then having just like the unknown of when we got here, it was just so much craziness. And so every time we get a section done in this house, it's so rewarding to us. And I know you guys are following our journey, but sometimes we just remember all of a sudden, oh gosh, we bought this with a 1 minute video. What were we thinking? It was so
No.
This is so exciting.
Have you ever stopped and were like, what were we thinking?
Not really like what were we thinking, but like how crazy that thought was that we were really gonna do that.
It seemed crazy, but it was.
It was the best decision we had ever made. And I feel like, I agree with a lot of the comments that a lot of our YouTube family have been leaving lately as they're seeing us accomplish different areas of the house, that we were absolutely the family that this house needed, because we've been putting in every little bit of love we possibly can into this house, budgeting as we go, of course, because this is a huge project. But there were several other families that owned this before us that didn't accomplish what we've done yet in just a year's time. So we're pretty excited to have gotten this far already, but we have so much more to do.
So aside from working on the kitchen, we're going to be starting into that pantry room. And since we've been having a hard time getting the wood that we needed, we luckily were able to have the store. They actually had to go to 3 different locations to be able to basically put together and tally all the inventory of the wood that we needed to be able to do that, because plywood and just basic sheets like 1x2s, 1x3s, 1x4s, you literally can't get them.
No.
And so we're really thankful that they were able to have the time to put in the extra work for us to go and travel to get the wood that we needed.
They did some running around for us so we could have the wood.
Yeah, and it was really nice of them, because obviously when you start a project with one type of wood, you can't really just switch and then have the room that it's connected to be completely different. So that was something I was like, am I really going to have to make the fronts of my cabinets look different in a different room because we can't get the wood? And not even wood that, there isn't even the wood available that we would then just like cut to size to make it look the same. Like there's shortages of everything. And so we were so happy when we saw the truck pull up yesterday that brought all of the remainder of the wood that we need. If we need, 1 or 2 more pieces, well then we'll figure it out as we go. But we ordered as much as we possibly could, as much as they could find for us so we could get going. Mm-hmm. One of the exciting things about the kitchen is that when we're done this kitchen, we have to build another kitchen. And so, good thing we've been enjoying building the kitchen, because we are going to be building a second kitchen.
Yeah, and how exciting. And then, so we're going to build this one this way, and with the same tools that we've just learned to build this kitchen, we're going to take over and build a second kitchen, and we're going to build it in a different way. So it's not going to be like 2 of the same kitchens. They're going to be 2 totally different themes. It's I'm so excited to get into the other kitchen as well once this kitchen is finalized.
The cottage property is a big project that we're going to be tackling over the next couple of months, and it's going to be something that is going to take us a very short amount of time. We're going to have a short turnover for this huge project.
Yeah.
So it's something that we're really excited to get into, but we need to finish the kitchen and the pantry here, and then we'll be heading over to start working on the second property, which I know a lot of you have been waiting for.
Oh, there's so many comments. Almost on every video, there's at least a couple comments like, when are you going to get to the cottage? Are you still doing the cottage? Yes. Yeah. We are still doing the cottage.
And now we've learned a lot of tools that we're going to need to be able to do some of the projects that were really going to cost us a lot more to do at the cottage. Now we'll be able to do them in a much more budget-friendly way, and then be able to work on even more projects there, because when you can do some projects in a more budget-friendly way, it just means you get to add more projects to the list. Which is super fun. Yeah. So we are right now working on the kitchen and the pantry room, and we're working on the boys' secret room upstairs, which we also had all the supplies, the rest of what we need dropped off for that. And while we're working on that, Philip is actually going to be finishing the flooring on the entire upstairs, which means we can start working on bedrooms and our main bathroom. So we have so much going on right now. In addition to, the weather is starting to warm up just a little bit.
Oh my gosh, it's been so nice. The night air, the cool wind coming through,
and the windows open.
Yeah, it's been so nice. Spring is in the air. The animals are all over our property right now. It's been really nice.
We've been catching them on all the security cameras, which is really fun to see, like what's wandering around in our woods and what's wandering out front.
I have to say, we did catch another weasel on the security camera, and I don't know, YouTube family, let me know, what do you think? Do you think it's the same weasel? Do you think he's come
He
back?
wasn't in the house though, not in the house.
That we know of.
Oh, that we know of. Yeah, I guess that we know
He
of.
might be coming in and then leaving.
With the warm weather brings us to being able to start putting some of the things that we really want to have in our greenhouse and starting our vegetable garden.
Yes.
And the boys and I are going to be working on doing a flower garden. So we have a lot of projects coming up. So we want to thank you guys for all of your support. We know that you guys have been missing us over the past couple of weeks, and we want to thank all of you guys for thinking of us. It's so nice when we get messages where we're like, oh, you guys are missing us, although that's not nice for you guys. And we really do feel the love when we get the comments and
we're
the emails.
missing making the videos, and we're missing actually creating content for you guys. So it's we're missing each other.
We're missing everything. So we want to let you guys know we're back in our best of our abilities starting back tomorrow. We want to thank you guys again for watching, and we love you guys, and we will see you on tomorrow's episode.
My cheeks are sore.
I know I know we haven't been upright for a few days. Oh, smiling makes her like, my goodness, the last 2 weeks.
Too much.
Too much.